We are going to spend the next few short minutes exploring the pulse of a healthcare organization's financial health through the effective management of medical accounts receivable. In doing so, we'll touch on things like days in AR, benchmarking, aging buckets, and more. And if you manage people who are responsible for working on accounts receivable, or perhaps you yourself are the business owner, you'll see how understanding these fundamental ways of measuring performance in this area will allow you to keep a finger on the financial pulse of your business. Now that you know what we're going to cover here, be sure to check out the description below this video, where you'll find helpful links and more that'll further your understanding. And with that said, let's get started. Uncollected accounts receivable not only cloud the financial picture of healthcare organizations, but also signal deeper operational inefficiencies. It's crucial yet often overlooked to grasp the metrics that shine some light on these financial shadows. By understanding and acting on these insights, healthcare professionals can sharpen their financial acumen, ensuring their organization's stability and ability to deliver quality care. Let's explore how clear benchmarks and actionable data can actually transform your approach to accounts receivable, turning financial challenges into opportunities for growth. First, let's talk about days in accounts receivable. This is a crucial metric that measures the average number of days it takes to collect the payments due the practice. So, how do we calculate this figure? It's actually pretty easy, but there are 5 steps that you need to take. So let's walk through those. The first step is to determine the time period for which you want to calculate your days in AR. This could be a month, a quarter, a year, or whatever, depending on your preference for tracking financial performance. Step 2 is to calculate the total AR for that period of time. Just add up all the outstanding accounts receivable at the end of the period. This includes all of the unpaid patient bills and insurance claims. The next step, step 3, is where you'll calculate the total revenue. To do that, sum up the total revenue recognized during the same period. Make sure to include all payments received, adjustments, and write-offs. Step 4 is where you'll now calculate the average daily revenue. This is an easy calculation where you simply divide the total revenue from step 3 by the number of days in the chosen period. For example, if you're calculating for a month, divide the revenue by 30 or 31 accordingly. And finally, there's the 5th step, where you actually calculate the days in AR. Here you divide the total accounts receivable from step 2 by the average daily revenue from step 4. So, the equation for days in AR is total accounts receivable divided by average daily revenue. Now that you know the equation, let's run an example through it. Let's say you want to look at the trailing 6 months. Your AR is $125,000, and your revenue for that period is $500,000. We'd calculate the average daily revenue by dividing the $500,000 by 182 days, which is the number of days in the 6-month period we're looking at. Now we know that your average daily revenue is $2,747. Next, we divide the $125,000 in AR by the $2,747 in average daily revenue. And this tells us that our days in AR is 45.5. So, what does having 45.5 days in AR tell us? Because without context, it's just a number. Well, we usually look at the following figures as benchmarks for medical billing and collections. 30 days or less would be a high-performing medical billing department. 40 to 50 days would be an average-performing department. And 60 days or more would be below average. So now you can see that days in AR matters because it directly reflects on your practice's operational efficiency and financial viability. A lower days in AR means faster collections and better cash flow, enabling you to reinvest in patient care and growth initiatives. By benchmarking your performance against industry standards, you can identify whether your billing processes are a competitive advantage or if they require strategic adjustments. Another measure of your AR's health is the percent of accounts receivable in each aging bucket. For instance, 0 to 30 days, 31 to 60 days, 61 to 90 days, and so on. To calculate it, You'll need a report showing the dollar amount of AR in each aging bucket. Then simply convert each bucket to a percent of the total AR. This graph shows the contrast between better performing billing departments versus average performing billing departments. Regularly monitoring performance metrics such as days in AR and aging buckets can provide you with early warnings of collection issues. And understanding these indicators is the first step toward optimizing your medical billing processes. So ask for reports each month that show the outcome of these measures. They'll help you to have a better grip on the status of your healthcare organization's financial health. Remember to check out the description below this video for helpful links and more. In the meantime, give us a call, drop us an email, or come visit us on the web. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel to keep up to date on the business of healthcare. The Fox Group, serving the healthcare community since 1989.